guys, welcome back to Geek Space, where today we're going to be going over the pros and cons of the brand new Bendy game, Bendy Lone Wolf. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So before we get into the pros and cons, let's do a quick recap first. So basically, Bendy Lone Wolf is a top-down dungeon crawler type game, where Boris goes down an elevator and into a random section of Joey Drew Studios. His goal is to find 6 items a day, and some other things to progress the story. So with the recap out of the way, let's get into the first pro. So my first pro is how the map in this game is actually randomly generated each time you play. This stops the game from getting too old too fast, as it offers infinite maps to explore. Speaking of the map, while we're here, I want to talk about the different floors Boris can go to. So when you find elevator buttons, you can travel down to different sections of the studio map, such as the regular studio, Artist's Rest, the Abyss, the lower levels, the music department, the tunnels, the gent workshop, and there's also 3 question marks, leaving room for possible DLCs with extra floors. Now, moving on to our first con, and that is, despite infinitely generating maps, the gameplay loop can be really repetitive after playing for a while. I mean, all you're really doing is just going down into the studio, collecting the items, and then rinse and repeat. It does mean there's huge signs of deja vu going on at the same time, over and over again. But my next pro does help out with this issue a little bit, and that's how every 10 in-game days, there's a boss battle thrown in. In these battles, you're placed in the Bendy Land storage area, which I kind of wish was the map itself. But when you walk into the room ahead of you, a mechanical version of either Bendy, Boris, or Alice Angel will drop in and start attacking you, and their designs are so cool. I absolutely love them. Basically, you just have to hit them repeatedly until they run to a recharge station, but it's done so well, and it's so cool. Also, it's awesome to see more obscure Bendy characters like the Robo Bendy from Chapter 4 finally getting used. My next con is about the combat, and unfortunately, every single Bendy game released so far has suffered this same problem. This one at least has blocking, but it's basically a turn-based fighting game at this point. Just hit, block, hit, you win. There could be cool combos and headshots. There could even be some sort of ink slingshot as a long-range weapon if they really wanted to add some variety. My third pro is the multiple character appearances, such as the Butcher Gang, Sammy Lawrence, the Projectionist, Porter, Heidi, and even Alice Angel. The Butcher Gang act as basic stronger enemies. Sammy is a whole playable character who can't run but can teleport around the music department from Bendy and the Ink Machine Chapter 2. The Projectionist and Alice Angel as characters that can replace the Ink Demon during certain missions. It's always really cool to see these fan favourite characters again. My third con addresses how easy it is to get lost in the studio.
Lost in the studio within the dark.
So my suggestion as of how to fix this issue is to add a map that you can pay maybe 5 slugs to unlock for 3 rounds. You just press M on the keyboard and it shows you the layout of the place Boris is in. It wouldn't show the location of the items though, because that would be way too overpowered. But a map in general would be really cool and would help out a lot. My final pro is about the newly added story. In this game, we learn that Boris the Wolf is actually Buddy from the Bendy book Dreams Come to Life. If you haven't read it, then you definitely should because it's really good. But we also learn that Boris actually escaped the cycle by building a prototype ink machine. This means that we could be seeing Boris in the next Bendy game, Bendy and the Ink Factory, which takes place in the real-world gent workshop. This game also shows us how each of the characters in the Bendy universe got swept up by the Keepers and taken into the pit, which is much needed story. And lastly, we have my final con, and that's how it can be sometimes a bit disorientating when moving the camera. This is because if you're running forwards and then change the camera view, then the game will make you start running in that direction instead. Sometimes it can be quite annoying when I'm being chased by the Ink Demon and I start running into a wall, but that's only a small critique. In conclusion, Bendy Lone Wolf is a great installment to the Bendy franchise, and it's absolutely amazing to be back in the Bendy universe yet again. But to be honest, it doesn't feel fitting to leave this video on a con. It feels too negative. So hey, I'll throw in an extra pro in here just for you. The game is free. If you bought the original Boris and the Dark Survival, then you get Lone Wolf for the low price of $0.00. So go get it right now. What are you even doing here? Go play Lone Wolf now. Alright guys, we've reached the end of today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Comment down below your opinions of Bendy Lone Wolf, and while you're down there, it would be much appreciated if you consider subscribing. It really helps me out. But anyway, I hope you have a really good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!